Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll briefly cover how to enable real-time API access on your Identity 360 instance. In order to enable API access, you'll need to complete 3 steps. The first is you need to get your client ID and client secret from the admin tile in the console. That then needs to be encoded into base64 format. And then thirdly, we need to test it in a REST API client such as Postman. Let's have a quick look. From within my Identity 360 instance, I'm going to access the chocolate bar on the top right, and then from there choose the console. Once the console has loaded, I'll scroll down and now access the administration tile in order to get to the API credentials within it. Your API credentials are a combination of your client ID and your client secret, both of which are unique to you. Your next step is to take your client ID and your client secret and encode it in base64 format for use by the API. If I navigate over to a website called base64encode.org, I can achieve this objective. In the top, I paste my client ID, followed by the colon, followed by my client secret. No spaces. Then I click on encode, and that'll generate the hashed API credentials for me to use in my API calls. I can now take this and use it in Postman. I'm now in Postman where I'll create my API call. My URL is auth.reltio.com/oauth/token, and my grant type is client credentials. All that's remaining now is for me to add a header. Here I'll add an authorization header with the word basic followed by a space, and then my hashed string from the base64 encoding. At this point, I'm ready to make an API call. What you see returned here is a successful authorization request with an access token that I can now use for further communication to Reltio. In this particular example, I'm now going to take the access token that I obtained from my authorization request, and I'm going to make an API call to find any record starting with the word Abdul. Sending this request into Reltio returns a successful response with a JSON payload. In summary, what we did was get our client ID and client secret from the admin tile in the console. We encoded that in base64 format. We then tested an authorization request in Postman as well as a regular API call to return some data. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.